Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Mentoring Monday. My connection was just being a little bit silly, so I'm hoping it's going to work for us today. So, welcome to our third edition, and today we're talking about how good organic is for you. But we're not talking about food. We are talking about organic reach because it's the number one question that small businesses ask me all the time. It's like they say, "I don't get any reach. There's nothing working on my page for Facebook." So hi, if you're just tuning in, my name's Fiona Lucas. I'm from I Respect Online. I'm the founder of I Respect Online and author of Future Proof Your Kids, and I'm really passionate about small business and individuals learning to use the online space in a much better way, and so that we can leverage it for the better of everyone. And in particular, I'm really passionate about our online reputations and making sure that we're putting our best foot forward in the online world and making sure that we're always looking after each other in the things that we do. So, what is organic reach anyway? If you've just tuned in, that's what we're talking about today, organic reach on Facebook. So, it is hard to get decent reach these days without paying, and everyone says it's a pay-to-play platform, but in actual fact it's not such a difficult place. It just means you have to work that little bit harder. There are a phenomenal amount of posts being made constantly on Facebook. There's I think 3 million links shared every day. There's about 300 stories in your newsfeed at any one time that have been specially geared just to suit the sort of behaviours that you have shown Facebook by the way you search and the things you look for. So, yeah, it sounds a little bit harder to manage to get round to getting great organic reach, but the truth is that you can do it, but you're going to have to put some work in because we don't get anywhere unless we put the effort in, and we always know that. So the first thing I say to a small business owner when they say to me, "I'm not getting any action on my page," is let's have a look at your page. And a lot of the time they haven't posted anything for a long time. So obviously if you're not using Facebook, it's probably not going to do you a lot of good. And it just means that you need to make a commitment to post regularly. It doesn't mean you have to post like every single day, but if you're new, you really want to get a fair bit of information out there early so that you are getting some traction. It's been interesting that some of the statistics that have been shown lately show that pages that are actually under 1,000 fans are actually seeing increased reach. And whether this is because if you've got a massive page with millions of fans, the percentage in the algorithm perhaps is coming in favour of the little guy for a change, which is something nice that we'd like to hear. Now I'm going to hope that I can actually see. I know there's an incredible lag on Facebook Live, and so I do have a bit of trouble. If you've got questions, please post them in there and I will try to get to them. And if I can't get to them while we're live, I will come back and look at them afterwards. But I'm just having a quick look to see if I can get it up. It's really weird when you look at yourself on another screen showing that you actually are live. Hello, Jenny Moore has been to visit. I don't know if you're still there, Jen, but if you are, hi. Okay, so moving right along, if you've just tuned in, we are in fact talking about organic reach on Facebook and how we can help small businesses get some reach without having to necessarily pay. One of the things that Facebook has done for us is, well, actually several things it's done. They're making it much more easy to engage with our audience. The use of all the new little tools and reactions that we have, for example, help us to be able to engage, and they give us better insights. You've got to be looking at your insights if you're a small business, because what those insights tell you is an incredible amount of detailed information that you can even see from a post what kind of whether you're getting likes or loves or thumbs ups or which sort of reaction that you're getting, and they can really help you to see what kind of content your viewers are really loving. Now, that brings me to say you are most welcome to like this. You're most welcome to comment. And if you want to stay in touch for future, don't forget to follow us on Facebook Live so that when next time we're on, you get notified. So the next thing, apart from using insights to look at how people are currently reacting to your information that you're putting up online, is the use of things like video. And obviously Facebook Live has become an incredible way of building your reach, because the thing is that while you're live, you kind of fill up the news feed for a while. So you're getting a little bit more oomph, about 10% more oomph up that news feed of your fans. So it's a really good time and a good place to be sharing some good information. But hopefully what you're doing is giving valuable information, and I certainly hope that's what I'm giving you guys, because that would be devastating if I wasn't. So the other things we can do is all different forms of video, and there's some crazy amazing tools out there at the moment, and one I'm really loving at the moment is Adobe Spark. So if you haven't had a look at it yet, you've got to have a look. I might see if I can bring it up. I was hoping to be clever and do a screen share tonight, but my computer was just not quite being right, and I thought I'd just get into here and talk about it instead. But Adobe Spark is a new player on the field. It's free at the moment, and it lets you create posts and pages, even landing pages, and particularly really amazing video, very, very simply and very quickly. And video really does rule the roost when it comes to content on Facebook, particularly at the moment. And video that you're not sharing third party, that you're uploading directly to Facebook, is the best way to go. So when someone says to me, I'm not getting any reach, that's the first thing we look at, is what they're doing and what they're not doing. And often it's what they're not doing. So commit yourself to posting something regularly, at least a few times a week to start with. Nut it out and have a good think about the types of content that you want to share and the information you want to be sharing with people. For me, with the Mentoring Mondays, it's all about you guys, the small business operators who are looking for some help in this really complicated land. And there's people like me, we're the marketers, we're here to learn this stuff for you, to help break it down into easy things that you can do. And use this, because there's lots of us, we're everywhere, and there's so much information that we can give you. I'm just having a quick look to see if there are any questions. Smiley face from Jenny, hey. I don't know if I can smiley face you back. I can like you. So I'll be really excited when I get this set up so that I've got the screen with me at the same time, because that's going to just make my day when I can do that. So one of the things I've been talking to people about lately is when you're stuck with content, don't be afraid of your competitors' content if it's great content. If someone posts something and it's relevant to your audience and it's the kind of stuff that you want to share, then say thank you very much and be collaborative about it. Thank them, share it, because why not? We've created something great for you that you can then add your take to as well. So I think that's something that we really have to get better at doing in the online space, is getting out of a very narrow mindset and really starting to embrace what we can do for each other, because we've each got our different take and all of us have different appeals to different people. But there's some amazing content being created out there. So why not share it? And you certainly want people to be sharing your content. So why wouldn't you do, as I say, treat people the way you want to be treated yourself? So let's share a bit of love around. Asking questions is another great way of trying to engage people, but you've got to put something interesting up there. Now, obviously, one of the ways you can get a bit of traction, if it fits your brand, would be to latch onto something that's in the papers or the news at the current time. So obviously politics is a big one if you're going to go there, but it does depend on what your brand is and what your message is, whether that's going to suit you. Obviously today you've probably heard there's been some really sad news, a terrible incident at a zoo where the beautiful gorilla did have to be put down today, and there's a whole lot of information about that, and there's a whole lot of misinformation going on about that. But if it suits your branding and it's somewhere where you want to go to share those kind of things, just be very aware of being generous in the allowance of different views and opinions, because if you're very focused on one particular feeling about something, it can actually be quite damaging to your reputation and your brand if you put a post up that you can't actually allow a discussion to go around. So if you're going to try to leverage something controversial, you've got to understand that there is controversy around it, and that's really important to know. So what's the other thing? When you've got content, it's not that hard to repurpose the different contents you've got. So, for example, you might have a blog post, and on that blog post you've already got an image. So you might take that image and then overlay it with a quote that's from the blog post, for example, and now you've got another piece of content. You might go through your blog post and have a look at other words that you can pull out from that and use those as quotes or as reasons to draw people to come and have a discussion on your page or to come and learn more. The biggest thing not to do is to just say, hey, come buy my stuff, and that kind of thing. You'll find on iRespect Online most of the time, 90-something% of my posts will be content that I hope is going to help you in your business and help you build your reputation and help you have a better online experience, whether it's in cyber safety, reputation building or brand building. And I think that's really important because I know that, I'm happy to do that because I'm really passionate about talking about it. And whatever your business is and what your passion is, when you share that with others, they tend to pick up on it and they really do appreciate what you've got to offer. So don't be afraid to get out there on your page and actually share. First time I've used headphones, people. Here you go. Wardrobe malfunctions already. And these are the things that happen. Technology, we love it when we love it, and when it doesn't work, it's not so much fun, is it? The number one thing I said recently when I was doing a workshop was, when it comes to strategy, hope is not a strategy. It really is not. I mean, you can hope all you like, but you're not going to get far if that's all you've got for your strategy. So you need to have an idea of what you're trying to do. So if you're a new business and you're just trying to initially get found and get known, then share really relevant content. If you're a local business, share information that's really relevant to the audience in your local group, because that's what they're looking for. Who can help them? Can you be their go-to person that can help them with more than just what your business is about? You're happy to share content of others. You're happy to give information about other local businesses that can help, that feed in, that perhaps are similar businesses. For example, for myself, I deal with web developers, I deal with graphic designers, and all sorts of people, videographers and things like that. So if someone's got a really great post that I think will help my audience, it's, can also help other small businesses, of course I'm happy to share that kind of information. And this gives me more content that I haven't necessarily created myself. So it's not that hard to find other content that you can share that can help boost you up organically. But if you're looking for organic growth, it's going to be slower. So, the use of Facebook advertising should not be knocked at all, but you use it strategically. Don't just boost every post on your page just for the heck of it and go, oh, wow, look, I've got a whole bunch of, reach. But if no one actually converted, liked, or did anything with you, you've probably just thrown your money away. So I think it's really important that you have a strategy around what you're doing when you do paid advertising, and you have a strategy around what you're doing in regards to achieving organic reach. Sharing things about yourself in between is a lovely way. People want to know who they're dealing with. You're the business owner and they want to know that you're an approachable person. So why not share something that you did on the weekend with the family? That's fine. You don't have to overdo it. It's like with inspirational posts. A relevant inspirational post is a good thing. If the only thing you're posting is other people's inspirational posts, then, well, you know, you're not really adding value, or you're not really selling a message about what you're about, unless you're about inspiration post. Oh, okay. I think I've had a long day today. I'll tell you what, I wonder what it's like in the rest of the world. Is anyone freezing? I'm so cold tonight. Depends what part of the world you're in. And if Lisa's out there, I know that she would in fact be enjoying a beautiful day in North Queensland. Whereas it's been quite chilly down here. Hi, Marianne. You've been there today. I hope you're still there. I'm not sure who else is there. Let me have a look. Is that Jay? Hi, Jay. So I've got a really long lag on between me speaking to you and then when you actually get to hear it, and it's quite weird to be honest. But I'm getting used to it. Anyway, we're coming up to my 15 minutes because that's all I give you, 15 quick minutes on a Monday. But if you've got anything you'd like me to talk about, I'd really love to be helping you out. It doesn't matter what the topic is, as long as it's social media related or something to do with the online world, I will give it a go. But obviously, I'm really passionate about trying to help small business leverage their reputations and build share their good stuff online, because that's what we need in the world, a lot more good stuff. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you got some value out of our chat today. Please make sure you follow us so that you get notified next time we're live. Share some love, and I'll see you next time. Have an awesome night. And I think I'm feeling like I might need a hot chocolate and marshmallows tonight. Yay! Because they're actually FODMAP friendly and I have to be careful with things that I eat, but they're good. So have a great night, everyone. Bye.